dooby dooby dub dub.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Dooby dooby da, dooby dooby dub dub.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Da dooby dooby da, dooby dooby dub dub.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Da dooby dooby da, dooby dooby dub dub.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Da dooby dooby da, dooby dooby dub dub.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Da dooby dooby da, dooby dooby dub dub.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Or they're all planning an attack?
The cat apocalypse.
I mean, one is behind me, one is literally beside me, and the other one's in my peripheral, so it really could be attack.
So it's kind of like when I was living at the old farmhouse with snakes. Instead of snakes, you got cats.
Meow.
Yeah, but I want them here.
Okay, we are now live for a awesome episode of The Dorkening.
They're all awesome, Leo.
They
It's one
are.
of the things, if everything is awesome, then nothing is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Knew that was coming.
Everything's cool when you're part of a team. Everything is. We can't say anymore. We'll get sued by Warner Brothers.
Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about what to watch during the lockdown, the quarantine, the apocalypse. Also,
I would go as far as apocalypse, but
I mean, if it's an Al-pocalypse with like Weird Al, I'm all for it.
yes,
there you go.
yes. Hey, Jack Shipley's in the house. Hey, Jack.
Oh, by the way, that is one of the best Weird Al albums. Is the Al-pocalypse album?
Yeah. I think I owned that at one point. Might be in a CD downstairs.
He's one of the only artists to be to have a what is it, a hit record or something in 4 different decades.
Really? Angela's in the chat room. Hey, Angela. So so we got James and Yo-Yo here. Sorry if I forgot to introduce you guys.
I'm Yo-Yo.
I'm James.
And Helly was like, "Oh, damn it!"
You guys
I gotta change to bottom thirds now.
Okay, so we know everybody's going through insane times. Steve from Super Retro says, "Good evening, guys." So we want to talk a little bit about what we're doing to pass the time, and what we're watching. Also talk about all these movies that are being pushed away and pushed onto VOD, and anything else that comes to our minds. It's an utter dorkening.
So I have to say that I kind of feel like I have to be excluded out of this conversation because I have today and tomorrow off, but after this, I'm right back to work.
Well, I mean, that's one thing that we're like. I'm working from home. I know you have to go into the office, but like, my work from home days are. It's crazy. I want to go back into the office because working from home is so stressful. It's just, I know it's everything like going on that's causing the stress, but I'm having nightmares about work now. It's like everything.
It's like I showed up to work in my pajamas, and it's just
No, it's like
I did.
Angela says, did you watch my videos? I posted the My Corona and Stay at Home. I have not. Please share them, and I'll check them out when I can. But I mean, my work days is, there's a lot of communications for Corona going out, so I've been extra busy at work. And I know, James, you're starting a new job, so things must be pretty stressful for you as well.
Not really, because I have no work really this week.
Okay.
I'm done with the majority of my work by like 9 o'clock.
Okay, so you're good then. So what are you doing to pass the time?
I'm literally sitting at my computer and talking to Jen because Jen also does work, and then Logan's been home because his schools are work from school, school work from home, whatever you want to call it. So like I literally have to like every 5 minutes just shake my mouse to keep show that I'm like at my desk.
Gotcha.
And I answer maybe 3 phone calls because I think it's one of those things, and I don't know, I'm more of a customer facing aspect. It's for me, I feel like it is more customer facing just due to the fact that I'm a claims adjuster, so I talk to people every day. But I really do think people think we're closed because I've talked to my coworkers and they're getting like limited calls to begin with. So a lot of it's talking to Jen, long lunches, clocking in, bringing the kids to daycare, going to get a cup of coffee, coming back, nothing's changed. And then of course my new job's next week, and they're like, well, we're doing the work from home thing. It's new for all state, and so your training's gonna be at home. And I'm like, question, I don't have a laptop because my wife's using my current laptop for her job, and the laptop I'm working at for work, I have to give back to my old job. Like, what? Let's figure this out. And so I actually talked to my boss today. He's like, oh, let's meet up and I'll give you all your equipment. I already have it and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
But I mean, we bought Logan's birthday's tomorrow, so he got the Spider-Man Game of the Year edition. So I've been playing. I restarted playing that. And I've actually jumped back into Star Trek Online on PlayStation 4, which is a lot of fun because one of my buddies, Justin, plays it, and he saw that I played it, and he's like, "Oh, let's do it." And so one night we literally played for like 2 or 3 hours, and it's like a lot more fun when you're playing with like somebody else. So
How's that service been holding up to you? Like for you?
actually not that bad. I mean, it's a free server anyway, so it's not like you have to log in. It's not like you're getting priority service. Star Trek Online is free. Unless you want like some extra campaigns and some extra ships and just money, pay to play kind of stuff. But it's not that bad. There is a little bit of lag time when when there's a lot of things going on the screen at once. But like I had this match where it was like me and a bunch of other people like all online doing something, and there was a delay. The frame rate wasn't there, and it was refreshing at a really slow clip, and there was a delay in me doing my actions. But like I said, I mean, I only do it for 2 or 3 hours. Jen's been unbelievably awesome. She's been fantastic. I mean, it got to a point like today, we're just being goofy. Like Jen made a paper crown for Owen to wear because he's the king of the fat cats, and just
I saw that. That was cute.
like, and that took like 25 minutes to get a good picture of him, and like literally I'm taking treats and throwing them down in the kitchen so the other cat Dexter can leave us alone for the photo because we're using tree. But it's literally like, and then I get up and there's no missed calls, no emails, like, so I think I talked to my parents and I talked to my dad and just some of my coworkers and friends and stuff and family. It's different. It's weird. Yeah. But I mean, I'm surprised how well it's going. I think what's getting me through is a lot of like the memes and the funny videos and stuff like that online. And to be honest, I haven't really watched a ton of stuff. Like it's not like, oh, I have all this free time, I'm going to catch up. No, and that just means I get to hang out more time with Harrison and I get hang more time with Jen. So I've been using that more often than that to then just like, watch Frozen 2, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. We started watching Birds of Prey today.
Oh, nice.
Watched
We
Onward.
watched a couple of things.
Yeah. So Onward was good. I liked it. Definitely wasn't the best Pixar movie, but it was. I liked what the thought was.
Yeah. That's on my list to definitely watch. I get what you're saying with it. It's weird, not going into the office every day, and it just, things are fine, but your body thinks things are off, and I think that's where my nightmares are coming from. So it's like, I'm still trying to get up for like 5:30, and then I'm like, oh shit, well I'm not commuting, so I can sleep for a little bit longer. So,
I mean, that part might be nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a little bit more, which is nice. Like that's always good. Like I'm getting better sleep, feels like, because I'm not getting up at 5:30 in the morning to get ready to get to work.
Yeah.
What is killing me though is no gyms are open. Like, and of course you're home, and I don't know if Leo can attest to this. Is just when you're home, you eat, and I've realized my snack intake has definitely climbed into a positive direction.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think the whole stress as well is, I know myself, I've totally fallen off the bandwagon with keto. I was doing good there for a little while, and it's just the whole stress of everything is just, you fall off it, It's just, but I don't know. We'll get through this. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just interesting just to see how, we'll go into the entertainment side of it, how the community is responding to it. I'm a fan of Hollywood Babylon. That's one of my favorite shows to listen to with Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman. And they've done a couple home shows, what they call it. They do it just in Kevin Smith's home. And they're like 2 hours long, and I enjoy them because they're very personal, but I think some people are very touchy now, and I can see some people are getting to a point where they're just like, they want fresh content. And it's like, I'm a sports fan, so it's like I'm like going to withdraw with no like sports or anything like that. but it's more of the, people want more content. I'm like, dude, like there's so much content out.
Yeah. Well, also you bring up another thing. We're having issues with our live streams now because everybody is friggin' live streaming. I mean, everybody's coming up with the idea, hey, let's live stream. So you have 10 billion live streams. And I'm pretty sure Facebook shut off our live stream ability for our broadcast software. So we got to go in the back, through the back end into Facebook. A secret back alley. Facebook's
Second day in a row, I'm going to keep that joke.
No, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Chappelle internet sketch.
Oh yes,
being like, sir, you can buy this for 99 cents. Or they have like the free music.
You were just like running out the store.
Oh, Chappelle Show, you're fantastic.
So one thing I urge everybody to watch is Picard. Are you guys caught up on Picard?
No.
But now it's free.
Yeah.
It's free for a month or so. I think that was Patrick Stewart's thing. It's free for everybody now to watch the whole series.
Yep. We have one episode left. You okay?
Oh, piece of garbage. Cat scratched my back. Don't look at me. Fight you. Cat would probably win. Yeah, I know. I saw the season finale trailer. It looks good. It looks like Lore is back. He showed up.
Oh, I didn't see the trailer.
Oh, it's not. It shows him in photos all around. It's all over like Twitter and stuff.
Okay, because they revealed Noonien Soon's son.
Oh, that's who it was. That was his son. I thought
Yeah.
it was Lore. I was reading that it was Lore.
Yeah, Noonien Soon's son kind of like picked up the torch for his father, so he's making all the new androids.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's been a success for CBS, All Access, and I mean, they're already gonna start working on season 2, probably once everything calms down. But like I said, there's plenty of content. You have Picard. I've been watching This Is Not Okay on Netflix.
How is that?
It's really good, and it's good because it's only 10 episodes, and the episodes are 30 minutes long. So it's very much like Mandalorian. They're short little episodes, and it kind of goes, and it just shows like some of the kids from it that like the girl is just, she can freaking act her ass off. Even some of the people in there are like really good. So I was very impressed by it. I think I have like 3 episodes left, but again, they're half an hour, and I put them on, I watch it. Like
I started watching Letter to the King. That's really good. It's a Game of Thrones-esque, like it's medieval fantasy, magic, monsters.
Wait, what? What happened? This is another show Leo's gonna be like, oh my god, they ruined it.
Chris says also a lot of French shows on Netflix, Demons, Witches, and Vampires. Angela says, did you guys know you can video chat in Facebook Instant Messenger? No. I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know everything, though.
Yeah.
You're smart.
Well, I do like the Netflix like watch party they've done. Like I know a couple of things that's like done the watch party.
Yep.
I thought that was really cool. So, I mean, I've done a couple of virtual happy hours with a couple of my buddies and stuff, which have been really cool. And like, that's been really nice.
Now, how did you do those? Because they want to do one of those at work.
We just did I think we just did in Google Hangout.
Okay.
Like we had a set time, and we set it for like an hour and a half, and we all just were drinking and chatting on this.
Nice.
So, I mean, this is very much become, I feel like this has very much become the norm.
That we're all going to live online.
I think the online presence is going to get bigger just due to the fact that they know how good certain sectors of our life can be done online. I'm not saying it's going to be a huge thing. I just think moving forward, it's going to be the new norm. I think for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So, but I'm with my governor Andrew Cuomo and a bunch of people too that this isn't sustainable. Everybody working from home is not sustainable. You got to send people back to work. You just got to. There's going to become a break. And I was talking to Jen about in the car is there's going to be a point where people are going to be like, F this, I'm going to do what I want to do. Even though there's nothing open, but still it's going to be like, I'm going to go.
So it's going to become Florida and California.
Basically, I mean, I think to a point people have been very patient and very, okay, we got it. We get it. This is a thing.
But I think, in Florida and California.
In the state of New Hampshire, residents are suing the state on their stay-at-home ordinance in federal court. But it's just like, I mean, even around here, you've noticed in the last 2 or 3 days, there's more and more cars on the road. Like, people are like starting to be like, oh, we're going to go out and do X, Y, and Z. Like, people are starting
some more toilet tissue.
I don't get that.
Or go to the beach. I mean, what the hell?
Because people are dumb. We live in the stupidest time in America. Like, we can't get it.
Yeah,
let's go to the beach.
Angel says, I tried that. Seemed like you need to get people on their computers. Does not work on mobile. Talking at the virtual happy hour.
I mean, Google Hangout works on phones.
Yeah. But like I said, I think entertainment's going to change from this. I mean, look at all the movies that are either halting production, suspended production, canceled production, and pushed the movie dates back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised right now that Ghostbusters Afterlife hasn't been pushed back. Like, that's still a July release date. And I think I was not surprised that Wonder Woman got pushed back.
Yeah.
I'm glad it got pushed back. I think
but it got pushed back to August, which is like, that's the dead time for movies.
But here's the thing. I don't think
will it be this year?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. I don't think it's a dead time because I think a lot of movies are coming out in March, April, May are going to come out May, June, July. And so the calendar is going to get picked up and just dropped. It's that. And I think the box office is either going to become very stale because you're going to have all these movies come out at the same time, all these blockbuster tentpole franchises coming out at the exact same time, and there's not going to be enough money to go through all of them. So I think some movies that are expecting big box office weekends are now having to settle for probably their box office intake cut in half. That's why I think that when I'm smart, they're going to go ahead and put the flag into a weekend being like, all right, like, you guys want to come up against us? This is our weekend to see who's going to follow suit. Because I think now people are going to avoid Wonder Woman like the plague on that weekend, either go the weekend before or the weekend the after. Because movies that's been delayed, they haven't given new release dates. Wonder Woman's the only one that was like, we're just moving the release date. They're like, we'll TBA with a release date.
Well, that was pushed back anyway to begin with, right? That was due out like last year.
Yeah, I forgot why it was pushed back.
Yeah.
But like some movies that don't have a release date, like Bill and Ted, that doesn't have a release date. All it has is a trailer. Doesn't even have a trailer out. So does that mean Bill and Ted gets pushed out of the summer into the fall, maybe the winter, or does it get pushed back to 2021? That's the question. And then now with the Olympics pushed back, that changes the whole landscape of the summer movies.
Yep. Well, I agree with you. Things are definitely going to be different after this, kind of like things were different after 9/11. Somebody said it perfectly that this whole catastrophe is like 9/11 in slow motion, and the world's going to be different after this.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that hasn't happened in 100 years. Our technology is better, our travel is better, everything's better, but I don't think anybody on paper really was like this could happen.
People were.
I got to send you that video. I have a video from Bill Gates from his TED Talk,
Yeah.
literally 4 years ago, saying after watching what happened with Ebola, we are not prepared. This is what's going to happen when this happens.
Oh.
And we are not going to be prepared for it. And it's literally following exactly what he said.
Yeah, well, also, let alone that we fired a lot of people that it was their job to warn us of the impending doom. Like, we had somebody in China for the CDC that was, our eyes over there for any sort of like virus, and that job was eliminated. And then the CDC was gutted over here. So it's just, it was like a perfect storm,
A series of stupid decisions, like
stop. Movie tickets and series of unfortunate events.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was considering saying that, but I didn't want to be that cliche.
But okay,
but they stopped research on the SARS vaccine. So had we actually continued and actually bothered making a SARS vaccine, we would at least had a base, because it's a different coronavirus.
Coronavirus is a sister to SARS. Comes out of the same genome family.
Yep.
But the moment like that thing died down, like because it wasn't any money involved in making it anymore, they stopped it.
Angel says, yeah, Billy has been saying we weren't ready, and Trump guts the pandemic department. Angela says, I find it weird schools are closed till May 4th and that we have to stay home until April 17th or 7th. I think we'll be at home longer than April 7th.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I will say about that is just here in New York, again, this is my soapbox in New York. They have 35,000 confirmed cases, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going through the numbers. Johns Hopkins has all the numbers. Go check out that site. But it's one of those things where our governor is basically stating that we're going to hit the apex in about 3 weeks. But every state's going to hit their apex at a different level, different time. New York could be this, then Massachusetts, then California, then Washington. We don't know, because it's not Italy and Spain in European countries. You have to remember some of those countries are the size of states, and they have the population of major metropolitan areas. The state of New York has 18.5 million people. Italy has 6 million people. Numbers are going to be different. Population different, density is different. Staying home and doing social distancing and just not going will prevent this from spreading. It sucks. It is crappy, but you've seen the charts out there. You've seen the notes. We can throw every single piece of data at everybody. It works. It does whatever it needs to do. If you don't interact with everybody on the daily basis, here in New York on Sunday, it was hospitalization of the virus was at doubling every 2 days. On Monday, it was 3.4 days. On Tuesday, it was 4.7 days. You're seeing the amount of hospitalization from this go down drastically every day. Again, New York is a small sample size. It's not the same in every state, but it sucks. Just keep doing it, guys. Just stay home.
Oh, totally.
Go to Target, go to Walmart, go to grocery store, come home. Go support your local businesses, small business restaurants. Go get takeout, bring it home. The McDonald's, the Taco Bells, the Wendy's, the Applebee's, the Chili's, the 99s, they will all survive. It's the small businesses that needs the support.
Yep, totally. And we got plenty to do. Games are on sale. Movies are available. And plenty of shows to watch.
Yeah.
Or start a hobby.
What was that?
Or start a hobby.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go buy some Legos.
Or models.
Legos is fine.
Models are cheaper.
Leo, you just want to sniff that glue, don't you?
Yes. You know me too well.
Of the honesty.
So you're more in the retail sector. I mean, have you noticed a difference out in the retail world?
I mean, we're not allowing customers in our store, so
really,
yeah.
Was everything it only?
Everything is curbside pickup. If you come up to our door, we will get like a basic idea of what you're looking for. We will say, go to your car. We'll call you. Well, the salesperson will call you. We'll do this wholesale over the phone. We'll tell you to pull up, give the description of the car. We have someone running the stuff to the car. You have a question?
No, I was just well, I do.
No, Leo, you had a question. Just say the question you were going to
No,
ask.
I was just gonna say, okay, so you know there's been a run on like webcams and computers and everything.
Yep.
And we heard that Amazon has shut down 4,000 people from price gouging.
Yep.
And I just have to say, why do people suck so much? I mean,
It's basic economics, supply and demand. It's like economics 101, Leo.
well, I was gonna buy a webcam, a USB-C webcam, to Logitech Brio. It manufactured suggested retail is $199. I went to look on Amazon, $450.
Is it by Amazon by a reseller?
Nope, a reseller. So
Why do you reach out to Yo-Yo?
do you have it in stock, Yo-Yo?
I have zero clue. I can check.
You're supposed to know your inventory levels. Like that's part of your job duties. Don't you know that?
Well, seeing
Make
that
sure
wasn't
that
here
Leo
today,
has
I
all
don't know
the
what was
things.
delivered today. If there was anything delivered,
I'm not
if he had asked me this yesterday, I would have
Yeah.
said nope.
No.
Why does it feel like Yo-Yo's going to turn into the barter from Resident Evil 4? What are you buying? What are you selling?
Should I answer a phone like that?
What are you buying?
Hey, it gets right to the point, you know?
So,
If the person says they're looking for a video game, I might, because they will probably understand it.
so I know Leo gave us some interesting questions, and I'm going to put his question to the end of the conversation. Because we're talking about video games. Let's keep on the video game train.
Yeah.
Let's keep that conversation going.
Totally.
What video game, if you had one video game you had to play during this entire process, being quarantined, what game would you play? And why?
Yo-Yo, you go first.
What? It has to be just one game? Or can it be
One
a series?
game.
Oof.
One game. You know you're home. You know you got power, all that stuff. You just don't have an end date. So you can be in your home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and you had one video game.
That's a tough one. I honestly am gonna have to think about that one. Because my first thought was gonna be Half-Life, like the orange box.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because that has multiple games in it, though. You said one game, so yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, what about you, James? Well, we give Yo-Yo a second to think.
I'm giving Yo-Yo a second to think.
Okay.
What about you, Leo?
Well, it can't be Symphony and Night because I'm almost done with it. But I've been playing.
So it has to have high replayability
Yeah.
in a long campaign.
Well, maybe Horizon Zero Dawn, but I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild.
So I was thinking that, but I don't have a Switch, so that'd be pointless for me.
Well, you have a computer, you can emulate it. You can even emulate it in HD.
Not the same.
It's
Yeah.
not the same. I was like, yeah, you're right. No.
I'd have to say probably Breath of the Wild. I mean, I've been dying to get into it, just haven't had time. And it's a huge ass game.
See, my first thought is like an online game, actually. Like CSGO or something like that, where it's just...
Okay, that's a game.
You master the maps in like 2 weeks. You decimate everybody.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just hearing
Okay.
cry on chat. Just...
Okay, so sorry, CS:GO for Yo-Yo, Breath of the Wild for me. What about you, James?
It would have to be Mass Effect 2.
And why?
Because I have already played that game probably a dozen times and beat it a dozen different times. I just think it is very much there are different endings, and the more you can, when you start a new character, you can pick the events from the first game, and especially for the PlayStation 3 version, because there was no Mass Effect 1 on the PlayStation 3, so they had to develop basically a choice system to pick the events that you had. And you can just change those. You can be a femme shep, you can be a regular shepherd, you pick and choose. You can have a relationship with, good, bad, all that stuff. Like, it is very detailed, and there's different paths you can take. Even though the major or overarching story is the same, the different paths through the story to get the different type of endings is cool.
Nice.
So it's one of those games you cannot play the same time once or twice, but I also have fun doing it. I love the story. I love the voice acting. So that's mine.
Nice. Will Yates says, since you guys are in the know, any news about this Ace refund scandal?
Oh,
I haven't heard any new updates about that one.
That's bonkers. That's crazy. I read about it this morning after I saw the posting from Ace.
So enlighten us, James. What's going on?
Growtix is not refunding the money from Ace Comic-Con.
Really?
Yeah, it's basically, and Ace Comic-Con is taking them to court, federal court, for breach of contract.
Oh, wow.
They said that they had a certain amount of time, and so what Ace did is I think Ace gave back some of the fees and stuff like that to help them process it. But they were supposed to get their funds back within like 30 days or something like that since the cancellation, or sooner or something like that. And like the majority of the people haven't. In now Growtex is like, well, we're not going to do anything until we get more money from you. And Ace is like, we've already fulfilled our end of the bargain. You have to do yours and refund all the money that you took from our customers, because that's how you bought your photo ops and stuff like that. So it's like millions of dollars are hung up that they're waiting to refund to customers.
Wow.
You mean, I think a photograph with Chris Evans was $225. With the Captain America show, I think it was $250 or $275. So that's a lot of money, and every single one of those packages were sold out. Like, it's crazy.
I think some of the photo packages got refunded already, from what I heard. It's like it's the tickets that they're having the issue with, and they breached their contract. Not Ace, the company that was
Ace is suing Growtex for breach of contract,
because it literally said if something like this, like beyond anybody's control, happened, you were just to do this.
Give the money back, and they're like no, and they're like,
no, that's not how the world works.
Yeah, they're like, we don't have the money to, and they're like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's crazy. And I know they do a lot of stuff for other conventions too. So
yeah, that hopefully will make people think twice about using that company if they're going to act like this when a situation like this. Like, this is not the time to be acting greedy. And I could understand it could possibly like harm your business, but this is going to end at some point in time. So is it worth harming your reputation as a business to be able to continue going to do this?
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. I just don't. This is the one thing I don't get about this industry right now, and just the way the world is. And I understand money moves the world. Capitalism is king. Greed is good. I get it. I know it's not. I'm just I have a mic and I want to be as cool as Michael Douglas. I'm just blown away about just stuff like this still happening. Guys, just give the money back. We know you have it. You know you have it. Everybody knows you have it. Like, where else are you going to put that money to? Like, what other convention do you have to refund the money to? Like, because it feels bad too, because like now Comic-Con, even though they're doing everything in their everything in their power to get everybody's money back, all it takes is one ill-informed customer to be like, I'm not going back to the Comic-Con because I got screwed out of money.
Yeah.
Maybe forgetting what happened, or they got
Not
their
actually paying
information
attention to
wrong,
it.
not paying attention because, I went on the Ace Comic-Con website. They're the ones I bought the tickets for. I'm waiting for them. I don't care about what this other company. Like, why isn't the money coming back from Ace? And it could damage their reputation. And it's going to suck because I felt like they put on some really good conventions the last couple of years.
I really hope people take into account like the fact that they are being honest and straightforward about this, like Ace, like being super transparent about everything. I think that should help them, like as far as like their image in the community, because anybody who's actually been paying attention realizes that they have done nothing but try to have their patrons back.
Yeah, and like I said, it's one of those things. Like, I wouldn't be surprised next year if they come out and is like, yeah, we're doing it again. We're going to try this again, and get everybody else lined up for it too. Like, I mean, a lot of these companies now have to deliver on promised goods, and between the movie theaters and entertainments and movies, TV shows, Broadway, all these places are like, we're going to come back and we are going to come back stronger than ever. Then they need to show it. And I think that, Ace is going to put the money where the mouth is and be like, okay, we're going to come back even better. We're going to bring in more celebrities. We're going to bring in better photo ops. And it sounds like a lot of these celebrities are like, whatever you need to do. And you see with other conventions that are doing that. Other conventions have already rescheduled and they have everybody back on their main roster who committed to this first show. So let's see what happens. And kind of, we'll see what goes from there.
Well, it's definitely
he finally spoke.
Yeah, no. I just had to fix something real quick. I mean, we've seen things go bad with conventions in the past, so hopefully, I mean, they're a big enough group, so chances are they'll definitely survive this. Is just the convention season coming up is definitely going to be different even after all this passes. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Interesting indeed.
Totally.
Yeah. Tell you, I'm definitely gonna, think twice about going to any huge conventions. Especially.
But here's the thing about that, and this is the one thing, and I don't want this to scare people. And it is. And again, the new norm was different. But we're going to get through it. And I understand that some people might be hesitant of going to large crowds because of this. Because the bug is always going to be there. That's the thing. The bug is always going to be out there. It's going to come like the flu does and common cold. It's always going to be there. It's how it is. I just hope this does not distance people. Like, social distancing shouldn't become an everyday occurrence. Humans are very much still a social animal. You see that. My company that I work currently is very much putting information out there being like, if you need to talk to somebody, here's the number to call. You shouldn't be, especially in this day and age, pick up the phone, call a friend, video chat with somebody, interact. Don't lock yourself in your room. Don't lock yourself in your apartment or home. Wait for this to blow over and then still practice, still sit there, still locked in your home because you don't know what's going to happen next. We are a social creature. And that's my one fear, is that some people will take it to the nth degree and they're not going to get out there and they're not going to go with the way back it was. Eventually life will get back to where it was. Yes, there will be a question mark, just like it was after 9/11, just after the marathon bombing, just after everything else that happened. There's that grace period of uncertainty. I just hope that grace period isn't unbelievably long. Because, like I said, Yo-Yo is fingers crossed going to Disney World next month.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening next month. We're probably looking at June, honestly, at this point.
You know,
you know.
if we believe Sylvia Brown, all this will be over shortly.
Who?
You haven't seen that post? I mean, Kim Kardashian reposted it. You didn't see that?
No.
Okay, so
Why would I?
okay, so there
Exactly.
Know what he does on his time? Like,
so there was this psychic in the 80s and 90s, Sylvia Brown, older.
she's the one that was on the Montel Williams show.
Yep. And
Yeah, the one who said that she said someone was dead and they
Yeah.
weren't. Yeah.
Yep. So she definitely got debunked quite a bit, but apparently she wrote a book in 81. And actually, tell you what, let me find it real quick because it's pretty freaky. Okay. Micro. So she said in around, so this is in a book she wrote in 2020. In around 2020, a severe.
In a book she wrote in 2020.
Sorry, in a book she wrote in 1981. I'm reading it here. She says, in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish quickly as it arrived, attack again 10 years later, and then disappear completely. So
A clock's right twice a day. So.
oh yeah,
you know.
no, I totally get you, and it's she's been debunked many times. I just it's kind of like Nostradamus. You look back at his stuff and say, hey, this matches this. This quatrain meant Hitler instead of Hister. So yeah, I find it a little freaky, but it's yeah, who knows.
I mean, if you watch Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman, then we're all fucked.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean, the thing to also remember is she wrote that after the whole SARS thing. So, I mean,
81 was not. 81 was SARS.
she wrote that in 08.
Leo said 81. So who is it?
Was it 08 or 81?
08.
Okay.
Oh my god, Leo, I can't trust your facts anymore. I need like Politico to do a fact check on you, and we're doing these podcasts. Leo was lying.
Okay. One article said 81, but this
that article lied.
yeah, and this
It's okay.
No, you're right, because this one says 2008.
You got to stop looking at fake news. It's just fake news.
Well, even still, 12 years ago.
Yeah, but it's just part of the con, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you had SARS just happened. You throw out a year and hope that it sticks.
Yep.
Basically, 2020 is a nice round number.
It is. And she's been debunked many times, so take it with a grain of salt. But that's some stuff that was going viral because Kim Kardashian.
So yeah, what was the question you asked the group today?
Oh, I don't remember. Remind me, James. What we're watching?
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
make a list. Think of what movies you would want to watch in your apocalypse.
Yeah. So, what would you want to watch, James?
For movies?
Yeah, or what are you watching to pass the time? I mean, give me some.
I've been watching a lot of Crash Course
Yeah.
on YouTube. But if we're looking just strictly video movies, I would definitely. Oh, so here's the question: is it a list of movies, like individual movies, or can we do like packs of movies, like Saga?
It could be anything that you want to give the viewers something that they should watch during the apocalypse that should allow them to pass the time. Maybe lessen their stress, so maybe not a zombie movie or. But Walking Dead's
You
been.
don't want to hear anything I'm
Yeah.
going to say because
Well, but
they're
I
all going to be downers.
I say that, but Walking Dead's actually been really good.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No, I don't watch The Walking Dead.
It's all setting up for a movie, so
That's all it's doing. The movie's going to end the series, so it is what it is. I've been the original trilogy of Star Wars is still my go-to for a lot of stuff. I've been watching the Generation Star Trek lately, which is really good. You know, the TNG Star Trek movies. I've been watching a lot of sci-fi, which has been really nice, as well as some like documentary or mockumentary stuff, or like historical fiction. Not historical fiction, but like historical fiction just set in certain times. Like I started watching Glory, which isn't historical fiction, stuff like that. I mean, realistically, I think it's whatever I always feel like the movies you watch the most comes out when you're stressed. So that's kind of where I've gone. It's like, Ghostbusters I've watched once or twice, Back to the Future, stuff like that.
Okay. What about you, Yo-Yo?
Again, mine's are all going to be downers.
Oh, go for it. Go
ready for it.
I mean, people are doing it because the top movies on Netflix is like Contagion and
No, that's not the top movies. That's just Netflix being a dick.
Yeah.
Basically.
Children of Men. This amazing movie with Clive Owen. If you haven't seen it, I think you definitely should see it. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
Great show.
No, movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, even better.
Dear Zachariah, if you're into documentaries. Again, all downers, but I like a good cry every once in a while, so.
Okay.
Cool. Leo?
Well, I've rewatched Popeye. I love that movie. Absolutely.
With Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Okay.
It reminds me of my dad. I always, he was like Popeye. He looked like Popeye. He talked like Popeye. So
that's a good reason to watch it.
He had an anger like Popeye.
Okay.
I constantly find myself rewatching the Marvel movies, which is pathetic.
I don't think so.
How so?
Well, I don't know. I've watched.
I've watched Train to Busan like God knows how many times. And
we watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles the other night.
There you go.
So that got me on a Steve Martin tick. So if you check Plex, there's a bunch of Steve Martin movies now.
I'm waiting for you to do your Jim Carrey thing. So,
you want a Jim Carrey collection?
Oh my God, yes, please.
All you got to do is ask.
Well, yeah, I've asked for stuff, and you've yelled at me.
How did I yell at you? I didn't yell at you.
With your voice,
James. I would never yell at you.
He questioned me. I was like, "Hey, Leo, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. It's a bad rip. Can you redo it?" It is. It's like, yeah.
Well,
I was like, can you fix it, please? I was like, can you fix it?
No,
and then like 5 minutes later, I called. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. I didn't mean like fix it. Like you're like you work for me. I was like, just fix it. Like
I didn't mean fix it like you work for me, but
fix it.
Well, no, I was shocked.
Oh, by the way, hold on a second, Leo. By the way, do you know that for me to watch Plex on my phone, I had to pay $5 for that? You're welcome.
Okay.
It's my rental fee, $5.
Okay. Why don't you watch it on your TV?
Because when I'm in bed and Harrison's sleeping and Jen's sleeping, I want to watch something on my phone.
Why don't you watch it on your TV?
We don't have a TV in our bedroom.
Oh, no?
No.
It's not that abnormal. I don't have a TV in my bedroom.
I've never had a TV in my bedroom.
Okay. I've always had a TV.
I can't say I've never, but
the only time I had a TV in my bedroom was when I was living with my parents, and legitimately I had a TV in my bedroom so I could play video games. I've always been in the mindset you do one of three things in a bedroom, and watching TV was never one of them.
Okay. See, I fall asleep to like Ancient Aliens, so that's like.
I'm not surprised by that. So,
Yeah.
here's my question. We did movies. What television series would you watch in the apocalypse? Be mindful, it's the same rules as the video game. You have one TV show.
One TV show.
Dollhouse.
Okay.
Wait, what was that, Yo-Yo?
Dollhouse.
Dollhouse. I've never seen it.
Freaking love that series.
Yeah. Is that JJ?
But
No, Joss.
that's
Joss. Okay.
So again, it's current season. So if it ended today, whatever season you're in is where it stops.
there's only 2 seasons. I can rewatch that like nothing. Freaking love that series.
This is a tough question.
Hey, that was an easy one for me.
I don't know. What would you do, James?
West Wing.
West Wing. Okay. I might do Next Generation.
Okay. I'm surprised no one went for like a longer series like Simpsons, X-Files, Friends.
Yeah, I got burnt out.
Supernatural.
What when they got rid of Duchovny, I got burnt out with X-Files.
I got burnt out at X-Files after the movie.
Well, yeah, that was after the movie because it was still airing. The movie.
I know, but the movie happened between season 6 and 7.
Yeah, and that's when they got rid of Duchovny.
Duchovny left as season 9.
Season 9. Oh, okay. Somewhere around.
No, I'm more of a fan of the X-File movies that come out after the X-File movie.
Yeah. Angela says she's been watching Reefer Madness. And she wants to know if Yo-Yo, if you want her to share the videos she mentioned before, she can send them on Facebook Instant Messenger.
Sure thing. I was trying to like that one. It just wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
I don't think it liked me.
What about something recent? What do you think people should check out that?
I like I said before, I've been watching that show on Netflix. I Am Not Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. It's quick, again, about 10 episodes, 30 minutes long. That's what I've watched. Picard.
No Mandalorian?
But see, for me, Mandalorian's not current anymore. That's welcome to the industry of turning and burning. Like, that's already out. That's, I'm still, if somebody wanted to watch something that's really interesting, and again, might be in the minority, is the Imagineering story. Like, if you want to know behind the scenes about Disney, watch the Imagineering story, because as they went, the parks went, and it's really interesting how they, especially during the Michael Eisner years, which everybody knows about the Eisner years, especially in the parks, what they tried to do and how they developed these parks and how do they design these parks and these rides and these attractions. It's just really cool how they do it. It's like, it's bonkers. The technology that they're put in the Marvel campuses out in Disneyland. They're going to have a Spider-Man that just goes from building to building as an animatronic. Are you fucking kidding me?
So is that the series that starts off with the one guy that like draws Mickey Mouse still?
No, it's literally called the Imagineering story.
Okay.
It's narrated by Angela Bassett, who, by the way, she needs to be in more stuff. I know she was in Black Panther. She needs to be in more stuff. Like, her voice is awesome.
I was watching something where it's like the backstage of Disney, and it started off with this one guy he's like the only guy allowed to draw Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, no, it's all about like them designing the parks.
Okay, that's cool. I'll check that out.
It's like, and it's done. It's like, I think it's like 7 episodes, and that's it. It's like they're like an hour and a half each, so you could literally like watch an episode and go walk away and come back. So
yeah. We have Ozark season 3 starting this Friday.
Again, Netflix is tough right now. I can't watch all this stuff. I'm still like halfway through season 2 of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
He looks so defeated.
I am. It's. I mean, what it doesn't suck, but like, even though we're home, we're still working. You still have limited time, to really do the stuff you need to do.
Is it wrong that I'm a bit jealous that you guys get to work from home? 'Cause I don't get that experience. Like I feel like this is a shared experience I'm missing out of.
I'm literally, I'm like, and like I said, I've joked around with Jenna. I'm enjoying it more because I'm spending more time with my wife and my son and my cats, and I'm all for that. But again, I like working in the office. I like my coworkers. I feel like I get more work done in the office than I do at home. But it's one of those things where you get up, you walk to your desk, and you're done, and you walk back to bed or like whatever. It doesn't feel like you went anywhere. So I feel just lazy. I feel like a bump in the log. Like that's why, like, me and Jen have been going for walks during the day and going to do things and getting out of the house just if it's walking around our complex, just to kind of break up the monotony of our day. And I feel bad for her too. She's going through the same thing. So you're not missing much because your daily routine isn't being that changed. I think the people at home state routines are getting changed a lot more. Like Logan's probably out of school until September. Like that's most likely what's going to happen. So
I mean, my daily routine has changed because I have to now leave earlier in order to get into Framingham in enough time because they changed train schedules, so they have reduced scheduling.
But you're still going into work.
Yes.
So
Angela says she's been watching anime, Demon Slayer, and Black Clover.
Ooh. There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, we're at the hour mark. Anything else you guys would like to say? Any words of wisdom?
Wash your damn hands and stay home.
Was it the governor of Virginia or Kentucky? He ended his meeting with "Wash your hands, you filthy animals."
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
I am not surprised by that.
Yeah. And then there was one state they were having coronavirus parties.
Yeah, because people are stupid.
Yeah.
People are
stupid. The different people got coronavirus. Actually, in your state, someone was having a farewell party, and someone that went there had the coronavirus.
In my state or James?
Your state.
My state.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
So now 40 people are potentially been infected because the one person went to the party with coronavirus. That's the whole social distancing thing.
Yeah. Well, I can see it because, when I went out to go help my brother the other day, I drove by a house. There was a bunch of cars, and it's just, why throw a party during this time?
Because people are dumb.
They are.
It's okay to say that.
Kind of like that.
People don't like things that upset what they think it should be.
Yeah.
And they're going to rebel against it as much as possible, unfortunately.
At least that stupid TikTok kid that licked the toilet got corona.
I mean, I wouldn't even wish it upon somebody.
But if you were...
It's funny, but say something.
If you were to wish it upon somebody, that would be the person you would do it.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
No, the person going around licking things in Walmart saying he had coronavirus.
Really?
Yep. He's in jail now, thankfully.
There we go.
Oh, that's fucked up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's... that just...
Things bring out the dumb in people.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yo.
Yep.
Where do you like people following you?
Wow. Leo, that had to be the most depressing sign. It's getting ready to sign off that we've had in a while.
He's like, do you even want people to follow you, Syrian?
Yo, what do you want, people? Eeyore, like, be a little happier, dude. Come on. Well, hold on a second. But before we do the sign off, isn't there something coming up on Sunday that you should be telling people about?
I should, yes, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to be pulling our winners for Castlevania Dorkvania this Sunday. So you have a couple more days to listen to the 7 episodes and piece together the secret phrase and send that to me. And we're going to be pulling 3 winners for some awesome prizes. And if you go to our Facebook group, The Dorkening, there's a bunch of posts about it. You can go to the blog page about it, listing all the prizes. And we're giving away 3 big packages, including some Diamond Select figures, some Amiibos, some Funkos.
Also, Leo's going to cough in the box for you. You know,
No. Actually, my stuff, I'm just, the winner will give me their address, and I'm going to have Amazon send it.
So Amazon's going to give them.
Yeah. Yep. But you could do what a lot of people are doing is just like leave your boxes outside for 3 days.
So they can get stolen? Because that's been going on too.
Put them in your garage.
It's not outside now. It's in your garage.
And then leave it there for 3 days. I don't know.
Or you can slice all the crap out of it.
Fine. Okay, yo.
We made him depressed again. Huh?
Oh, poor Eeyore.
Boy Meets Phone on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Yo St. Laurent, the same social media channels, and apparently depressing Leo every Wednesday here.
James.
How do I top that? Okay, it's Yo-Yo. I'm just gonna take it away, Yo-Yo. I'm just gonna be sad over here and just wait till you get my name. And some of the stuff's true, some of it's wrong. I don't know. Just screw it. Anyway, you can find me on a brand new podcast on the Dorkening Podcast Network, the Jen and James Podcast Experience. Episode 1 dropped last Saturday. You can find us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Leo, ?
Did you go into once your first episode's up, go in and
I've already submitted it, but as it's your name, you have to check it out. And I thought you said you were going to do that.
Yeah, no, Spotify is different. You have to go in and click the button.
I did click the button.
Okay, you should be all set. But I didn't get any.
Okay.
I didn't get any updates saying. Did you submit?
So,
well, we'll talk about it afterwards.
Anyway, as well as supposedly it's going to be on Pandora. I submitted to the Pandora and a bunch of other places too. So check us out there. Also follow us at Jen James Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, and on Facebook, the Jen and James Podcast Experience. Also on thedorkening.com. We should be up and live probably sooner than later. I know I asked Leo to do it, so I know it's on his to-do list. So check that out. We just recorded our 2nd episode. We talk about the most magical place on Earth. So that episode will drop Saturday. And check it out. And also big shout out to Alex Hoy, who is not here. So check out his stuff at pure_Alex Hoy. Check out his stuff as well as all the other shows on the Dorkening. Like what, Leo?
Well, tons of shows like Retro Redoctopus, Super Retro Throwback Reviews, That Strange Show, HXC Nursing Home, tons of shows, Secret Underground Hideout, Wicked Horror Show. Just head on over to thedorkening.com for all the shows, tons of them. Amalga Files, Amalga Reviews, Amalgamania. Just too many to list. But head on over to thedorkening.com for all the information there. And also listen to the 7 episodes in order to piece together the secret phrase so that you can submit your name for some awesome prizes. And we'll pull those winners, 3 winners, on Sunday. And yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Peace.